What motivates me to perform between the white lines is, I would say, my family and the struggles that we've been through. And I just want to be able to look back and say, I gave everything that I could. I don't want to have any regrets. Being a goalkeeper, a lot of my teammates and people that I've played with in the past always say goalkeepers are crazy because they would never want to do that job. It's definitely a different type of job, and the mentality of being a goalkeeper is you have to be kind of fearless, and I would say you'd be willing to take risks, but other than that, you're focused on the one job just like everybody else is.
Me as a competitor, he takes things personally. That's what I love about him, and that's why I think him and I get along so well. I mean, we both take things personally. I'll defend him through thick and thin because I know he's a phenomenal human being and he cares and he has a great heart. But I think at times he's dealing with things that a lot of people don't deal with and they don't know about it. I wish I would say it was me and our program was the best program in the country, but we're not there yet. So I think the reason he's back here in Baltimore and playing for Loyola is because of his family.
My recruiting process was kind of complicated. I was reached out to by a lot of different schools, but I had left home at the end of my sophomore year of high school, and I went to Florida, and I was basically there for 2 straight years. And when Coach Steve reached out to me when I was there, I almost knew right away I wanted to come back to Baltimore. And when he reached out to me, I was very happy, and I knew I wanted to come back close to home.
What a lot of people don't realize about Chase as a youth player, Chase was a good goalkeeper. He wasn't great. He went to a couple high schools in the area, didn't like them very much, and he transferred to Montverde, and that's where he transformed from me. He went from a boy to a man, and from an average goalie to a phenomenal goalkeeper. He was a part of an environment and a culture where you had to survive, and you had to be really good to survive. That team that he played for, Montverde, has a pro team. And he didn't get there by mistake. He had to go away from home, and it kind of tells me that he wasn't given anything. He had to work for it, and he was not in a great place before he went. It's great when you see a kid leave and then you don't really catch up with him until a year later. And when I'm in the recruiting process now and I leave high school and club where I coached him, and I come to college and Mike, my assistant Marciano, says, "Hey, we got to go recruit Chase." I'm like, "Chase, where is he?" He's like, "In Montverde." And you go see him, you're like, "Oh my gosh, right? He's transformed into a man." What he accomplished there is unbelievable. But it goes back to what he had to persevere in life off the field, and what he had to do to become a great goalkeeper on the field. And he's done that both ways, so I think he's finding his way again this year. And I think in the end, I like our chances with him in the goal against anybody. I'm not just talking about Colgate or Lehigh or Navy or whoever. I'm talking about if we go back and play a Virginia Tech or an NC State or a Wake Forest, as long as he's in the goal, I feel pretty good about our chances any game we step on the field.
Going into why I left for Florida for Montverde Academy, there was a family member of mine who struggled with addiction of opioids and pain medication, and that was very difficult for me and my family. So going to Florida was kind of also an escape for me at that age, even though I had been dealing with it for a very long time, even before I left. Here at Loyola, I am a sociology major. I wanted to become a sociology major because I can do many different things with that, like become like a social worker or something like that, and that's what I want to do ultimately because of what I had to deal with when I was younger, and I know how hard that can be, so I can relate to other people that might be going through the same thing. For the most part, I do my best to do things for others and put myself second. I enjoy doing that, so that's another reason why I guess I would like to do social work and things in that line of work. My next 5 to 10 years, hopefully I can keep playing for as long as possible, and if not, I would like to get a master's in social work and then see where that takes me.